we connect with our intuition capacity? The process has usually 3 steps. Then one thing, each of us can create its own process, of course, but I think it's useful to talk about intuition and make people better understand, to have some milestones. And I think there are 3 milestones, 3 steps. The first is about the integration of those 3 operational systems. So the first phase is reading reality, integrating the 3 systems. So with a situation or a problem I want to solve, I want to think about it, cognitively think about it. I want to feel sensation I have in my body about that problem. And I want to be aware of the emotion I feel, my state of art. And then I integrate the 3. Once we have integrated, so we read through this integration of systems, we will gather a felt sense of the situation. Sometimes we are not able to explain what we are feeling through words, and that's very good. So we stay with the felt sense of the problem, and we try to identificate with the felt sense. This is the second step. Once we did that, we create some space between us and the felt sense so we can observe the whole experience we had. So this is the phase of the observation. And through this observation, what happens is quite interesting, because in reality, we are not solving the problem. We are dissolving the problem, because through our capacity to understand and read the reality through the 3 systems, what we had verbalized to describe the problem is not valid anymore. The problem has a different altitude. So the problem raised up through this process of reading through integration, of identification with the felt sense, and then observation. I want to give you a very brief example. It was during a conference I was giving to a group of entrepreneurs in northern Italy. I asked them to think, each of them, to a practical problem they were worried about in their companies. And then they were asked to write on a piece of paper, how did they feel about this problem and what was in their mind the best solution to it right in that moment. Then I guided them in an exercise. It was a visual meditation, just to take space from their mind. And at the end of the exercise, I asked them to answer to the 2 questions. So, how do you feel about the problem? What is the best solution you can think right now after the exercise? Then one entrepreneur stood up and wanted to share the experience. And what he told us was that he had a big problem because some people in the companies were stealing products in the production area. And the solution he thought was to put lots of cameras to control. But after the exercise, the urgency was not anymore to control through cameras, but he felt the need to talk with them, to understand what was happening, to understand why someone was stealing products. Maybe there was something wrong. Maybe they had some troubles. So listening was the urgency, not control. So the problem has been totally reframed, and the intention was reframed. And of course, he could have again the time to put the cameras if he wanted to do so, but he gave himself the possibility to give a totally different direction to the solution.